In the 6th of the day here at Caulfield, defeats number 5, Bright Spot, 2.30, number 7, Third Prince Barracus at $3. And the winner race by Mrs. J.H. Leslie, trained by Gary Millinson at Cranbourne, ridden by Lee Anderson, a 5-year-old grey mare by Toy Pindari, out of In All Respects, leading right throughout the running of the Lonsdale Handicap and winning it well. 17, 20 and 4.10, Bright Spot, number 5, second, 2.30, number 7, third is Prince Barracus at $3, result of race 6 at Caulfield in the time of 2:33.85. The second last race coming up next here, the Katandra Super Vobis Handicap, due at 5 after 4.
They're racing in the Swept Sydney Cup for 1997. Orham Heights immediately drops out last, and one of the early leaders, Grand Master with Arctic Scent. Nothing Like a Dane is right up there in the first 300 metres. So too is Linesman. Orham Heights going right through on the rails now. Then Ed Magnet Bay, followed by Estadad. A length and a half to Nimzo Indian, then Tennessee Oak, followed by Palace Verdes. Sterling Emblem is second last, and Ebony Grove back at the rear. It's Orham Heights in front as they come round the home corner on the first occasion. And Orham Heights with a lead of about a length and a half on Linesman. 3 lengths away, third is Grand Master. 2-0 Like a Dane around Ed. 2.5 then coming Magnet Bay on the outside of Estadad. A length to Arctic Scent, caught 3 deep. Palace Verdes in the centre. Nimzo Indian on the rails. And then Tennessee Oak. Ebony Grove being second last, and Sterling Emblem at the tail of the field. Galloping down the straight into the 100 metres. Just over a round to go, and Orham Heights, one of 3 Bart Cummings representatives, keen to run. Orham Heights about 4 lengths on Linesman. 5 to Grand Master, a 0.5 Like a Dane without cover. Length and a half to Ed inside Magnet Bay. Istadad on the fence and wider out Arctic Scent. Racing one off the fence, Palace Verdes, then Nimzo Indian on the inside of Tennessee Oak from Sterling Emblem and Ebony Grove. Around 15 to 20 lengths would cover the Sydney Cup field, 1,900 metres to run. It's Orham Heights showing the way. 4 lengths on Linesman, 2.5 then to Nothing Like a Dane. Followed on the fence by Grand Master, a length and a half to 2 further back is Magnet Bay. Ed on the inside, making some ground now is Sterling Emblem, followed by Istadad, Palace Verdes, Arctic Scent, Tennessee Oak. Nimzo India now back to second last, and 2 lengths to Ebony Grove. The leader is Orham Heights as they work to the back, 1,500 out. It's Orham Heights making play, a length on Linesman. Third is Sterling Emblem. A length to Nothing Like a Dane, 2 to Grand Master. Then comes Magnet Bay. Ed the inside from Palace Verdes, Istadad. A break to Arctic Scent, 2 lengths to Tennessee Oak. On the fence is Nimzo Indian, and a couple to Ebony Grove last of all. Still no change in the order in the Sydney Cup. They wend their way down the back of the course and past the 1,200 metres, and Orham Heights has been in front from just after the start. She's a length and a half Linesman. Nothing Like a Dane, third for J.A. Cassidy. On its outside, Sterling Emblem. 2.5 to 3 lengths further back is Magnet Bay. Grand Master the inside. Ed is keeping the favourite Istadad snookered, and another 2 lengths to Arctic Scent. Followed at the head of the others then by Palace Verdes, Nimzo Indian. And then comes Tennessee Oak, and still last of all is the AJC Derby winner, Ebony Grove. Linesman raced up to head Orham Heights as they bunch to the 650. Nothing Like a Dane third, followed by Magnet Bay. Ed is coming around the outside of the field. A length and a half to Estadad. Thompson's got it away from the fence, and then Grand Master Sterling Emblem's gone, followed by Arctic Scent as they wheel for home, and Linesman's rider has gone for home. Linesman comes up the rise, 3 lengths on his stablemate Nothing Like a Dane. 2 lengths further back is Istadad grinding away. Ebony Grove from the tail of the field, but it's Linesman. 200 left to run. He's about 6 lengths clear. Ebony Grove, Nothing Like a Dane. Istadad can't make any headway on Linesman, and Linesman in the Harry Lawton colours is going to win the Sydney Cup. Linesman 5 lengths. Nothing Like a Dane second, Ebony Grove third, followed home by Istadad. And then Grand Master Ed. Further back in the field came Arctic Scent, Magnet Bay, Palace Verdes, Tennessee Oak, Sterling Emblem. Second last Orham Heights, and Nimzo Indian at the tail of the field. And Larry Cassidy has taken out the Doncaster Sydney Cup double.
8 Linesman Super Tab, 11.40, 3.61, Nothing Like a Dane, 2.10, 7 Ebony Grove, 3.30.
And I had the pleasure of advertising this horse on the State Radio Network in New South Wales. Brilliant ride by Larry Cassidy, and Linesman has paid $11.60 and 3.50. Number 1 second, Nothing Like a Dane. Well, she's done it again. Guy's Cornell of the Sydney Cup. Another Group 1 to the Queen of Australian Racing. Jim Cassidy, Nothing Like a Dane, 2.10. And number 7, Third Ebony Grove, ridden by J. Marshall, has paid $3.20.
Actab Daily double on 1 and 8 to pay $50.20.
Linesman by Touching Wood from Line Call, trained by Gay Waterhouse for Dad Tommy Smith, John Leslie, P. Aldrich, A. Howarth, A.L. McCormick at M. Grant, a Bay Gelding 5, 33 starts, 7 wins, 2 seconds and 3/3. And gives his syndicator Harry Lawton 2 Sydney Cup successes in the last 3 years. He won it with Darcher. Brett Treble up in 1995. Number 1, second, Nothing Like a Dane by Dane Hill, Like a Pretender, Gay Waterhouse, Jim Cassidy. And number 7, Third Ebony Grove, Grove and a Dusky Rose, Graham Rogers and John Marshall. For Quinella 1960, Exacta 47.50, Trifecta 427.90. And there were a few failures in the Sydney Cup today, weren't there? What about Istedad? Every possible chance. What about Palos Verdes? Didn't run the 2 miles. The margins, 5 3/4 lengths a long head, 5 3/4 a long head, 320.59, 320.59, 36.33 was the sectional for the last 600. It's Linesman's Cup for 1990.
Now, they've gone away in a good line near the inside. Scripture away quickly. Atomic Comments begun like a rocket. Orion, Kentucky Blue working up with Golden Finale and Bangarang Brave as they settle. Drifting back, Marble Halls over on the inside of Travelot. Rather be grazing on the outside there is Shimeo. Then well back second last now is Oak Crest, and last of all as they settle George on Broadway. 1,000 metres out, the Boulder Scripture in front of Kentucky Blue. Atomic Comment takes the trail. 2 lengths Orion, a neck away Bangarang Brave, a length Golden Finale, then Travelot. Marble Halls is on the inside of it from Shimeo. 2 lengths further back then comes at the head of the others, was on the outside Mr. Lightfoot. With it was Litmus on the rails behind those. Rather be grazing Oak Crest, and 4 or 5 to George on Broadway. 6.50 out, Scripture ahead, Kentucky Blue, Atomic Comment easing out, going 4 wide, Bangarang Brave. Golden Finale is going to have to come 5 wide as Orion goes up on the inside. Marble Halls is making ground then, and behind those as they corner, Shimeo back with it at the head of the rest. Travelot as they swing. Kentucky Blue took the lead. Scripture gone. Battling away, Atomic Comment on the outside, Golden Finale, and getting into the clear, Marble Halls and Bangarang Brave. 200 out, Kentucky Blue in front. Marble Halls on the outside is running on strongly with Bangarang Brave. Marble Halls the outside, Bangarang Brave. Marble Halls took the lead. That run at Werribee was no fluke. Away he goes. Marble Halls wins by a length. Second placing, Bangarang Brave. Litmus may have got third. Shimeo on Kentucky Blue in a photo. Then Oak Crest running on strongly. Watch out for him next time around. Next in then was Atomic Comment, Travelot. Behind it, Orion, Golden Finale. Rather be grazing George on Broadway, Scripture, Mr. Lightfoot.
9 Marble Halls, 3.30 and 180. 10 Bangarang Brave, 3.30. Photo third, Prominent 3 Litmus, 2.10.
9 Marble Halls to pay $4 and 1.90. Number 10 Bangarang Brave to pay $2.60 and 3 Litmus to pay $2.10.
Strongly for third. 9, 10 and probably 3 for third. Well, there were a lot of people put the pot on that horse after he won at Werribee. I went into raptures about the run, but then they started to get to me, particularly when the class of horse that he beat was nothing sensational. But as I said before when I was talking to Ian Craig this morning, it was the way he went about it was the interesting thing and the good part. And he has done the job in fine fashion here today. He is a horse of great potential, having only his second start since coming from New Zealand, bought by Mr. and Mrs. Rob Scarborough. 2 out of 2 ain't bad. Number 9, Marble Halls. Greg Hall is by Nassipur out of Julesy. A noble.
Off in the Hallmark Stakes, and talking about Taradu, he stood there, he missed it about 2 lengths. Vibrant Delight was the smartest out, joined immediately by Winning Hand. 2 lengths to Victoria Park, a length and a half Bewilder, 3/4 Future King inside Faience, followed by Taradu, and close up on the outside Eskimo Joe. 8.50 to run, and Vibrant Delight is keen to go. He's about 2.5 lengths on Winning Hand. Victoria Park running third, then Bewilder, Faience a little wide. Taradu the inside from Future King, being ridden by Stephen King at a couple of lengths to the roughy Eskimo Joe. Well, Vibrant Delight is giving back as a thrill. Kevin Moses has Vibrant Delight about 3 lengths on Winning Hand as they race into the home corner. Length away third, Victoria Park from Bewilder, and Faience making their run simultaneously from Taradu, Future King, and Eskimo Joe's last, straightening up and on top of the rise. Vibrant Delight coming back to the field, a length and a half Victoria Park and Winning Hand. Bewilder starting to struggle a little from Faience, and Future King is trying to warm up. Vibrant Delight still in front. Winning Hand and Victoria Park having a crack. Vibrant Delight about a half length on Winning Hand. It's Vibrant Delight just in front. Winning Hand is finishing the better, and Winning Hand gets up to beat Vibrant Delight. Victoria Park third from Future King. Bewilder and Faience didn't flatter, and then Eskimo Joe and Taradu. He wasn't disgraced at his first run for 18 months. He finished back at the tail, but he did begin slowly.
478 there for Winning Hand, 13.90, 337 Vibrant Delight, 248 Victoria Park, 180.
$10, then $3. Number 7, second. Vibrant Delight go back as a huge side. Kevin Moses has paid $2.30. And number 8 in the third spot, and that's Victoria Park, and it's paid $2.20. Well,
just on the outside.
In a good line, they've both jumped okay. Marusha in particular. Lady Rialda now deeper on the track from the north, began smartly. Manatilla's up there, Wolf drifting back. Bell Barn going up on the inside, and Baby Boomer is handy, dropping out Ratified, Honest to Goodness, and Anton Cordial heading down to the 800-metre mark, and from the north on the outside, just in front of Marusha, Manatilla and Baby Boomer. Lady Rialda over on the inside, a length the Wolf, and Bell Barn the rails, followed by Impulsive, Anton Cordial. A length away then Honest to Goodness, and 2.5 last of all is Ratified. At the 600-metre point, the leader from the north, just over a length, Lady Rialda. Marusha on the outside, Manatilla and Baby Boomer coming around them from Impulsive. Wolf is deeper on the track, Bell Barn the inside, Anton Cordial, Honest to Goodness, and the one they put the money on is last of all Ratified and 3 lengths away, and you wouldn't think it'd win from back there as they corner from the north, and Lady Rialda and the Taswegians have got away at the 250-metre mark with Lady Rialda taking the lead. Marusha battling away, then Impulsive, Bell Barn, and further back Wolf, Honest to Goodness. Ratified's not in the race, but Lady Rialda's going to do it again. Marusha battling on okay from Impulsive, but Lady Rialda gets home comfortably in the last by 2.5 lengths. 2 Marusha, 3rd Impulsive, Anton Cordial and Bell Barn, then Wolf behind it from the north. Ratified didn't give a yelp. Then came the next Manatilla, Honest to Goodness, and Baby Boomer has run last.
Thanks very much. $29 and...
Good race this, the Guineas. $2.30 the favourite. Will Fly. Fair gap to the next best, which is number 3, Wrong of Franca. There's been money for it at $5. The last couple coming up. Strathalbyn racing on Wednesday. Now they're moving in well. Whisperous has gone up. We're just waiting on Spirit of Hope. Victorians in this are Whisperous and Wrong of Franca. The filly Will Fly, the clear-cut favourite. In fact, firming up now to $2.20 for the dollar, as Spirit of Hope holds us up. Big night of harness racing with Dean Caparella from Globe Derby Park tonight. Seattle Hawk won the previous. Now they've got Spirit of Hope in, we're set. Favourite drawn the inside alley, they're off, and Jump Best, the filly. Will Fly came out about a neck in front of the others, and here's the charge across them, with Interest and Barger Man driving over, and so too Wrong of Franca. Prominent also out deep as Spirit of Hope, and going up there was Sarajevo Grey, and also there too was Pound Shilling, who's now drifted back towards the tail of the field as they sort themselves out around that first turn. The one out deep on the track, picking it up now is Stolen Pleasures. Back in the field, the Ferox Chief, Whisperous wide. Wrong of Franca after jumping well settles back about midfield. Blau Blitz next, followed by Plash, and they were followed further back in the field then by Kipling, who's only got a couple behind him. And at the 1200-metre mark, they are the Ruffy Hot Chili Window and Pound Shilling on its inside. Working along the far side, and the leader still is Stolen Pleasures, a length and a quarter to second Royal Tess. Third placing Sarajevo Grey, given the run of the race. They were followed by Spirit of Hope, and down on the inside, Barger Man from With Interest Iron. Now the outside of the favourite Will Fly, who's in a pocket. Further back to Plash, and then came Whisperous, followed by Wrong of Franca, Ferox Chief. Next was Kipling around the outside of Pound Shilling as they bunched coming down the side. A length and a half further back in the field, then Hot Chili Win the Bolter. The leader still is Stolen Pleasures as they race to the 600, about a length in front now. Second placing Royal Tess, and going after them is Spirit of Hope and Blau Blitz, and right around the outside Whisperous, and Kipling's about 7 deep. In behind them Sarajevo Grey had a nice run but couldn't get a crack at them. Will Fly's travelling up behind them, but she 3-2 is in need of a run, and it's there now as the leader, Royal Test, went for home, and Will Fly zipped up on the inside to go after, and here's Kipling. Kipling right down the outside has raced to the lead. Will Fly's after him, but Kipling got a break. Kipling 2 in front. Will Fly tries hard, and it's still Kipling getting close to home from Will Fly, and now Ronga Franca. Kipling in front, and Kipling is going to take the guineas just from Ronga Franca. Third, Will Fly. She didn't get the trip quite. Further back behind those then, Royal Test possibly fourth from Whisperous. They were followed then by Between Horses Plash. Wider out was Pound Shilling. Down on the inside, Spirit of Hope, who didn't get the journey either. Further back then came Sarajevo Grey. Blau Blitz ahead of it. Ferox Chief next in, Barger Man with Interest, followed by Hot Chili Wind, and last of all was that early leader, Stolen Pleasure. Kipling takes the guineas. Number 4, Kipling. A 3-year-old, a bay gelding by the deceased stallion At Talak. It has finished it off very solidly and has held off the late challenge from Ronga Franca. Kipling to score from Ronga Franca. And Will Fly will be third. It should be 4-3-11. They've run the time of 150.77. 150.77. The winner by At Talak from the showdown mare Hostile Miss, Richard Jolly for his father Peter Jolly. So Richard riding earlier in the day for his brother on Lazing About. Successful, and now brings up the unique family double for his father Peter here on Kipling. Congratulations to the Jolly family. They're an ornament for racing in South Australia. Raced by RBK Tan, the Group Syndicate, also L. Ure, J. Middleton and B. Thomas. They'd be delighted with that win today by the defunct sire At Talak. Number 3, Second Ronga Franca by Americano, Dangerous Lady, Matthew Allen for W.J. Stockdale at Traralgon, just failing to get there. And number 11, Will Fly by Will Dancer from Flying Oriole, Don't Say Halo mare, Stephen Arnold, Leon McDonald. She was given a chance by Stephen, but she just failed to get the journey.
Now is standing by.
Amazing. Starter on his stand. Ready to jump in the last of the day. They're off and running. A nice start too. And Green Perfume is one of the first out. Granada jumped away smartly. Scooting through towards the lead in the early stages is Our Best Man. Proud Player Prominent. And the big bloke Holy Roller is up there close to the lead, followed by Mansell Bay, Vain Darra's Way. Midfield on settling down Celestial Choir on the outside of Super Slew. A gap then to Hedge on the outside of Vento. Green Waters well back and got a check there, followed by Profit Taker and Nias, and Golden Vine is back at the tail of the field. Racing over the crossing at the 800 mark, and Green Perfume the leader. Our Best Man second, Granada third. Ahead away on the outside, Holy Roller. A length and a half end of Vain Darra's Way on the inside of Mansell Bay. 3 deepest Proud Player. 2 lengths away Super Slew, followed by Celestial Choir. By gee, they've gone hard. Hedges further back, then Profit Taker, Vento. Green Waters third last and flat to the boards. He'll have to do a huge job, followed by Nias as they thunder around the turn and straightening up, and Green Perfume a clear-cut leader over Holy Roller, followed by Our Best Man, Granada, then Vain Darra's Way, Mansell Bay. I reckon some of these back markers will start getting home in a moment. Green Perfume still in front, but he's paddling. The big bloke Holy Roller's the first to grab him. Here they come down the outside. Mansell Bay, Celestial Choir. Holy Roller hits the lead in the shadows of the post over Green Perfume, and he does it again, Holy Roller. Holy Roller beat Green Perfume. Third, there's a heap of them there. Celestial Choir, Mansell Bay and Super Slew making up good ground, followed by Hedge, Granada. Green Waters got run off his feet, then Vain Darra's Way, Our Best Man, Proud Player, Profit Taker, followed by Nias and Golden Vine, and back at the tail is Vento. The biggest horse in training in Australia, I'd imagine, and his recent form has been tremendous. Number 2, Holy Roller, Larry Cassidy, whose form is also tremendous. $3 and $1.60. Number 1, Green Perfume, ran a great race, $4.50. And probably number 4, third, Celestial Choir, wide out on the track, ridden by Glenn Boss, a place dividend of $2.90. The racing show tomorrow will be on Sky at 5:30, I'm certain. And Glenn Boss is special guest in the studio. Glenn's going to come in to the studios to talk about the Dubai World Cup and what he thought of Juggler's performance, but more importantly what he thought of Denendri's performance today in winning the Oaks. Yes, Celestial Choir third. In fact, what ran 6th? Number 9. All right, superfecta numbers are 214 1139, 214 1139. First 600 in 35.25, the last 600 in 35.89, and 1:22.22 is the overall time. 1:22.22, and that's well outside Confiscate's class record. Hilton, I mentioned just before they jumped that Linesman was Harry Lawton's 8th Group 1 winner since he started syndicating, the dearest of them all at 30,000. I've just got the others that he's won Group 1 races with. Bureaucracy cost 27,000. Submariner 24,000. Cool River won an Epsom. He cost $6,500. Balciano won a Metropolitan, 14,000. Kenzai won a Melbourne Cup, 15,000. Abstraction won a 4X Cup, 18,000. And Darcher, who won the Sydney Cup 2 years ago, cost $7,500. So if you get the shudders every time you look at those high-priced yearlings going under the hammer, just remember that what Harry Lawton's been able to do with Linesman, the dearest of them all, at 30,000. His Holy Roller coming back in. A popular win by this gargantuan galloper. And a Holy Roller is a bay gelding by sanction out of Secret Blessing, is raced by the Woodland Stud Syndicate, trained by John Hawkes and ridden by Larry Cassidy. And a gutsy win to Holy Roller, who did most of the chasing. Now the Quinella, $25, the trifecta $293.60, the double is $87.40. Superfecta hasn't been won. Chris Muntz is the Lone Star Award winner, and that takes us away on Sydney Cup Day 1997. Hilton, and thanks for your help at the helm.
Good on you, John. Just having a look at Larry.